maybe that's just like.
Save it for the video, guys. Don't waste the good stuff.
You're right. Mike's right.
Well, all right. Been on this one.
All right.
It's 5/12. That's the time. It's May 16th tomorrow. May 17th tomorrow. Max's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday,
And Billy's
Max!
birthday.
Happy birthday, Billy! 1,000 comic book kisses to you, sir. 1,001 comic book kisses.
1,000.
1,000.
How many do I get?
You get like
It's not your birthday.
So what? What? Does it have to be my birthday to get a kiss?
No. Give him a kiss.
Comic book kiss?
Give him a kiss.
comic book kisses.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Grabs them. You want to start or should I start? It's May 17th?
Yeah.
May 17th.
Yeah, we
Okay.
covered that already,
Yes,
right,
yeah.
didn't we?
No, okay.
We're in the future. This is the ones in future
Yes.
phrase.
You won't believe what Trump did today.
Yeah, I mean,
It's crazy.
hold on to your socks for tomorrow.
Welcome to the apocalypse.
Yeah.
There's still comic books out.
Yep.
I guess I'll start us off.
Yes.
So I have the newest Luke Cage #1.
He's a bad mother.
Yes, by David F. Walker, who I've been informed also wrote Shaft. I didn't know that. And art by Nelson Blake II.
Not the first.
Not the first.
No.
His daddy didn't write this book.
No. His daddy doesn't agree with art or his choices or his aims life.
No, he wanted him to be a doctor,
Yeah.
but instead he's like, you know what? This is my true passion, Dad.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave. I'm going to the big city.
So Nelson Blake the first, your son's doing okay.
He's doing
Yeah.
pretty good
You don't have to worry about him anymore.
because he's drawing pretty good
Mhm.
Luke Cage book. Actually, it's a pretty cool start to this run. And I actually speaking of Mr. Blake, I actually love the art in this book.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Very smooth. Yeah, I think Sam described it as like, yeah, it's like kind of simple, but it's
In a good way, though.
Yeah.
in a good way. I'm actually a minimalist, so so I actually do like the art in this book. And so the issue starts off with your usual Luke Cage, like beating up some people and cracking some jokes. It's great. It was a really good book, and actually takes an interesting turn as he visits a funeral from somebody in his past. I won't spoil who it is. And then it takes an interesting turn, and actually the twist at the end is pretty cool, pretty interesting too. I'm looking forward to what is gonna follow actually. And before this, I was another Luke Cage book. I'm sure it'll be all right. But actually, it exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, no, I think this is a good Luke Cage book for anyone who was like, if they were a fan of the Netflix series and you wanted to hand them like a first issue Luke Cage book. This is a pretty good like introduction to the character, but also like. If you recognize him from the show, you would recognize this Luke Cage.
Yeah, it very much has that tone.
Yeah.
Like, very much has the tone of the Netflix series. Which, I don't read much Luke Cage outside of, a couple things. So the fact that it matches the Netflix show actually suits me personally. So I actually really enjoyed it. Probably give it a good 7 out of 10 Legos, right? That's good.
That's fair. Okay, our next book, this is another of the new X-Men books from Marvel. This is Generation X #1. By Christina Strain and art by Amilcar Pina.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you. I practiced before the show started, so.
I know, I was there.
Yeah. For those who don't know, in the 90s, there was a team of New Mutants called Generation X. It was by, I think, like Scott Lobdell and Chris Bachalo did the art. And it was good. It was a good series. And this is like continuing that trend of New Mutants, and their adventures, and it's not as good. It's not as good. First of all, the art by Amilcar Pina, her family should be a little ashamed. not like Nelson Blake the first. He should be fine. But this isn't the greatest art. I don't know. It's just not that good.
But Moltar Pina, father of Amilcar, should be very, very disappointing.
That's not how people's bodies look.
Yeah,
No,
some of the faces are.
That's not how people move.
She draws weird mouths.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like.
Yeah, very big, like.
Yeah,
mouths, like,
exaggerated.
It's just weird.
Yeah.
And some of these characters are, if you read Jason Aaron's Wolverine in the X-Men book, you'll recognize a lot of the students from that book. And, I mean, I was interested in reading his version of those characters. I'm not necessarily interested in reading someone else's.
No.
I mean, they're not that great of characters that could, like, pique my interest.
I
would almost rather, like, it was the original Generation X team
like
back together.
Rebooted a little bit, yeah. The art, honestly, from page 1 of the art, I was already a little bit turned off, but, I have a job to do, and I like to keep it professional, so I read the rest of it. I don't know. There's just nothing really... Yeah, you know, it kind of just reminds me of like all new X-Men, like when Bender's when the young X-Men came back, and like that same kind of like interaction, but not even as well written.
Yeah,
you know, like I just it just doesn't really hold my interest.
Yeah, no.
Like especially for mutants that I even like the main mutants, the mutants that you're most familiar with. Yeah. I just don't. They're the least. Other than Kitty Pryde, I just don't care about any of them.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I mean, the one that I would care about, like Brood Boy, I really like Brood Boy when there's narrative. He's in one page.
Yeah.
And the ones that they decide to focus on, Eye Guy and some of the others, I just don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a terribly written book. I don't want you thinking that. There's some good moments, but for like an X-Men book with younger mutants, it didn't like grab my interest.
No, it can't be the worst written book because it's not Prez.
Oh, that's true. 2020.
Throwing it back. 2020, yeah, when they make the movie in 2020, when they reboot it for that, that'll be clutch.
But yeah, so I would give this, I give it 5 out of 10 Lugos. It's not terrible, but it's nothing that would like keep my interest.
That's generous. Monthly. I think it's a very generous.
Yeah.
You must be
giving
mood today. Right. But on next we're gonna go to our heavy hitters here, right? So I have Flash number 22 and this beautiful lenticular cover available now. Yeah, actually, technically now.
I mean 17th.
At Manifest
We've already said it's the 17th.
Yes. So yes, we're in the future.
Yeah.
And again, it's by Joshua Williamson and art by Howard Porter. A very, I thought, excellent end to this little mini series. And it's hard to really talk about the book without spoiling anything. Yeah. I mean, I guess the one thing I can't spoil because he's like all over the covers, and if you've probably seen the covers by now, it's like, you know, Jay Garrick making an appearance.
Well, yeah, I mean, you showed the cover, so
yeah, right. Well, I mean, like even if you didn't, it's all over, like, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care if I spoiled it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't really care. And Jay Garrick makes an appearance, and it's great, you know. And they tease like the same kind of like Wally West Flash moment from Rebirth. You don't quite get it, but what it does lead to is very interesting. And actually, you speculate a lot after about what's going to happen after Jay kind of disappears.
Yeah.
And the end of the book, very Watchmen heavy, so I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but it's great. I mean, everything. The art is awesome. I think the art is better than we were talking about the art in the last issue that Porter did, and I think it's actually a lot better than that.
Yeah, no, it's still no Jason Fabok,
no,
but it's better than the first part that he did.
But it was awesome. Yeah. Like actually I love the issue. Yeah, honestly.
No. My only real problem with it, the Budden storyline, I don't know if it was like as cohesive. It felt very like I don't really know how to say it, but it wasn't as like. I feel like it's very much a prologue to what Jeff Johns is going to be doing. Right. So it was like little like hints at stuff and everything, but it never. The stuff with the Reverse Flash and everything, I never felt like it had like a satisfactory. This wasn't satisfactory for me for his death and everything.
No, I mean
it just felt a little off.
They kind of just went around and it happened again. Yeah. You know, like
it was full of good moments. The whole storyline.
Yeah.
But something was just like missing. I don't know what that was.
I think maybe what you're trying to say is maybe they could have done. I think you're right. I guess it could serve as a prologue to Jeff Johns' what Jeff Johns is going to do in November, and especially if you read this book. I mean, that's implied very heavily.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely is. They have another announcement in the back, pretty much the announcement that you just made yesterday.
Yeah.
But
I think maybe it would have been better served as maybe like a one shot. Right before, maybe like a month or two before, you know, maybe. Mm-hmm. But like I think it also worked well as individual issues.
Yeah, I really liked it. I did enjoy it. I thought it was really good. There's some moments in here that are really really cool, and I look forward to seeing where it goes from here, especially like with the J character and the JSN and everything.
Yeah.
But just something was missing. Something was like off a little bit.
I see what you're talking about. Yeah. In the end, for me at least, like every week. It was consistently the comic I was, looking forward to reading the most, and I thought every week it delivered at least on that level. I was like, all right, this is awesome. Is there like a something missing, like maybe you want I think more bang for your buck at the end, for the payoff,
Mhm.
and maybe it wasn't quite there, but it's still very good.
Yeah, I mean, and the hint of what's coming with Jeff Johns' Doomsday Clock series is exciting enough.
And even like, and honestly, even like the panels at the end, are worth it. I mean, it's just like it really just gets your.
Yeah, no, that's
excitement
really
out
cool.
of it.
The epilogue is really really
it's
cool.
really cool.
Yeah. No.
That's it. I'll give it a good 9 out of 10 movies.
Yeah?
Yeah. Maybe generous. I don't
Yeah.
know. But we're gonna
Feeling
give you
generous,
today.
Okay, our last book of the week. This is Secret Empire #2. This is by Nick Spencer, and most of the art is by Andrea Sorrentino, with a little bit by the end with Rod Rice, who did the #0 issue. And as you know, if you watched was it a week or 2 weeks ago's episode, whatever, I really enjoyed Secret Empire #1. Sam did not enjoy it as much. I really
It's okay.
I really like this.
Sounds alright too.
I think this is just really cool. My only like negative thing I say, it is a little wordy, so it takes a while to get through. But I love the world they've built, even if it doesn't like last at the end. And the ending is really cool, and I just like what the characters are doing, and I have a lot of fun with this book.
I think kind of throwing it back to something Sam said a few weeks ago. I'm not sure if he said it on camera or not, but I feel it is very. Or I don't know if it was you, but it was very Age of Ultron-y. It is, especially. I think this issue more than ever, and any other of the other 2 issues or 3 technically. It was very Age of Ultron-y, but it's still good.
Go back and kill Hank Pym, guys. Oh man,
dude, like it really has that tone. But I mean, like I think it just works more for this storyline than it did for that one, and especially knowing like the players and what the likely outcomes could be.
Yeah.
It just works a lot better, and I don't feel like I'm gonna be disappointed. So I actually really like this issue. Too.
Yeah,
it was good. Like you said, really wordy, and I mean, there's probably like quite a few things you could just kind of cut out of there, like a couple lines of dialogue, a couple scenes that are just like kind of. Some of them are like, there's a really cool scene with Kingpin. And I loved it, but does this issue really need it? I'm not sure. You know?
That might like play out in like different like tie-ins and everything.
Yeah, of course it will. But whatever. Like, but it's like little things like that, like they culminate. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's less like the amount of scenes in the book than the amount of words he uses. Because it's like
when you're illiterate, it's very hard.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh man, there's so many words. Yeah. Another thing, Andrea Sorrentino's art. I love Andrea Sorrentino's art.
There was never any doubt that was going to be like top notch.
And the art change is only like in the last 3 pages, and it sort of fits because it's sort of like we're not sure what's going on, or it's a very different place. So I thought it fit the art change. I'm just really enjoying this series. I hope it keeps going the whole run.
One more note about Sorrentino's art is like a couple of there's one of like his very like his like kind of his trademark like big splash pages with like. And it's awesome in this book. Yeah. And I kind of had to hold it away from me for a second to make it out, but I was like, this is great. And then there's I think there's another one. It's not really like this page that we're looking at.
That is like those are like little things from all the series run.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
that's amazing. That is awesome. Really amazing.
And I can't imagine how time consuming it is.
Yeah, no, I have no idea.
Sorrentino definitely proud.
Yeah. and even this art, see, I don't know if we need all this whole speech and everything.
I don't know.
But
probably just needed the bottom part.
But yeah, I am really enjoying Secret Empire. I think if you're not giving it a chance because you don't agree with the Cap Hydra thing, I think you're missing out on a good story. Yeah. I think you should at least give it a chance. I don't know how it's going to end. If it's going to end up like Ultron, halfway through it's going to suck. But right now I'm really enjoying it. So I would also give this. I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
Ooh.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it.
I'm surprised.
Quite a lot.
I thought you were going to go all the way. But
I was almost going to go 9. But then I said, you know what? I know what? I'm just going to go 8.
Push the count.
I'm going to stop at third base.
But yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it. So that's it for us for this week. We'll see you again next week. Have a good week. Buy some comics.